Hello and welcome everyone here to the Spartan Racing League. My name is Gage Wenzel and I have my co-host here.
How's it going? It's Wesley Fuge here on secondary mic.
And there we go, folks. We're in the final few minute here of practice here in the Sim Racing League or Spartan Sim Racing League. And Timothy Latham is the guy to beat right now, but man, these guys are really laying down some heaters here at the end of practice, Wesley, and we're starting to see the time pick up. We're picking up tenths of a second all of a sudden late in practice.
I mean, late into practice, I always see it as it's when they really want to get more towards the qualifying setup, try to get that best lap time, so they try to save it till later.
I just saw that Latham was the man to beat with a 21 or 27-1, and then he goes to a 27 flat 03, and then 27 ones are a bit more common, and through the top 5 all the way back to Gardner, and they drop off near the back half of the top 10 in the 27 5s. But nonetheless, you know, looking at guys to beat tonight, it looks like this 18 car. That's my guy I got for pole. Do you see some other guys here? Oh, as he goes to the garage. As in the practice session that we've watched the last 20 minutes of who kind of stands out.
I mean, for me, I see Westwood potentially sniping that away. Latham definitely's had what looks like to be the fastest car, but Westwood did not seem like he was too far behind.
I would second that. I mean, second in practice doesn't feel too bad when you're only behind one guy, but you know, it's not just being fast in practice, right? It's being fast in qualifying and then executing as qualifying, as we look at Tyler Thurman in the #1 machine out in qualifying. And what lane do you think you want to run here, Wesley? Is it the top lane to carry momentum, wrap in the bottom seam? What do you think in qualifying trim here are they going to run?
In qualifying trim, I honestly expect them to wrap the bottom more than anything, take the shortest line around the track, maybe even cut that dog leg a little bit.
I would 100% see cutting the dog leg here, and we're going to watch this one car. He's the first car out on track, as we see Timothy and Brian and Justin out on track as well. Those guys were thinking of going for pole, and he's running the top here.
I mean, not my preferred line for sure. I mean, cutting down on exit to really straighten out the corner, that's going to give him that good run.
You're going to have to see it right here.
With that high entry, it definitely helps.
You saw the fast times in practice. The 27 flat, so that was the quickest time in practice. Oh, that's Justin Boyles. Thurman put a 27.6. And just like you said, Wesley, running the bottom here. And Boyles is top of the charts by 0.6.
I mean, honestly, here with the cars, the bottom to me, always just running Phoenix no matter what is what's his best. They might be able to find something a little bit further up, like you said, get momentum around the top, and that just kind of helps them get the pass going into one of the corners.
And then there, as you say that, and here comes Latham. Sets the pole time. The man quickest in practice and looks so much on rails. That 18 looks like old Kyle Busch with the Kyle Busch throwback scheme. He is top of the board with the 26.98. But I think, Woodley, what you said to further on your point there, I think once these tires wear out, you'll see that groove kind of widen out to maybe a little further up the racetrack, especially in 1 and 2. 3 and 4 will probably be a bottom-heavy track most of the race.
Oh, definitely. I just want to see what these cars are going to look like on the long run. Because short run, everybody can fire off about the same, but you still have to see who has their car set up for what. Long run, if they're able to run it longer and have that car reach up the track, I think they can definitely gain time there instead of all being single file on the bottom.
And it's also, when do you want to push that machinery right and those tires right? Because you don't want to destroy your chances early or late in the run with a big charge early. We're looking at Christopher Fuge here, down the back straightaway in the number 42 Ford Mustang. I think put a pretty good lap down so far. Sends it off at the corner number 3, exit 04. Where will he slot in? 18th, slowest time on the charts for the 42 car. Ben Stevens out here in the 78. Whoa, he is sideways, Wesley.
Sideways through the dog leg, not exactly the best place to lose it, especially with changing up, getting onto the banking.
And that Big Ben 78, though, is looking really good out of turn 1, though. He really wrapped the bottom good.
Yes, he did. Now let's look at this entry to 3. Is he going to wash up or is he going to stick it? And it looks like he stuck it.
Looking solid off of 4. Oh, only 17th. Justin Boyle's still out on the racetrack. He's made that qualifying lap a while ago, but he's still out there. I believe qualifying, though, is all wrapped up. For the most part, anyways.
I mean, Latham up front, we said that during practice. It might be a little bit expected there.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, Latham, he got...
Definitely had the fastest lap.
And it's not by too much, though. You look at his 3/100ths of a second. It's not like it's unbeatable. Like, Boyle's almost stole that. And even Pat Harvey, who we weren't talking about at all in practice, really, he almost snatches that pole away.
No, honestly, Phoenix is a very technical track from the way I've seen it drive, but once you get to know it and know where you need to be, it can be a really close fight throughout the whole top of the field.
I mean, you look at the top 10 here, they're only separated by just under 0.2 of a second here, and that's really not that bad at all for an Arca car, and really the whole field's only separated by 0.7 of a second, so not really a big gap from first to 20th here in the full field. Look at that Hot Wheels 72. I like that thing. That thing is good looking.
It definitely is. Definitely makes me want to break something out. I've got a box somewhere in the closet there that, you know, I just might start playing with.
I might just pull them out there. I got a box in there myself, Hot Wheels and all. And qualifying is all wrapped up as we were talking about Hot Wheels. Timothy Latham, your pole sitter. Oh, we have a warm-up, too.
All right, everybody. Race number 9 here at Phoenix. Everyone here knows the rules, so no really need to get into that. However, what I do need to talk about is pit road here at Phoenix. So the pace car, obviously leaving the track in turn 2, the restart.
So technical, I forgot that race control still somehow goes even if you mute everything. It's okay. We all learn. I'm not used to race control because the leagues I run, Wesley, they don't have race controls. They just kind of penalties get given after the fact, and then the guys will see after the race is over.
Same with me here. Typically, race control is typically also a driver, so they're also in the middle of the race whenever this goes on. So it's definitely going to be an interesting learning curve here.
As we look at the warm-up session, all these cars getting to the end of the pit lane. The 18 Toyota Camry leading them. The whole field gridding up here, and I think without a doubt, though, Timothy Latham is going to be hard to beat tonight. I mean, that car looked very, very good in practice. Looked very good in qualifying. That 18 car is, I think, on rails, and I think that Toyota is going to be hard to beat.
It's going to be on rails, and like you said, it's going to be hard to beat, but if he's got it set up too loose, I mean, you don't know what's going to be going on throughout the run. He might have it set too loose and eventually lose it, but he definitely looked like he had it under control as well from what he was running in practice. So I expect him to be fast, and I expect him to be up towards the top at almost every point of this race.
Gosh, we got burnouts down pit road. My, oh, my.
You know what? Let the boys have some fun.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that is as we see the cars out on finally getting up to speed here on the warm-ups. When we saw something getting hot, that was those tires of that 45 car down pit road. But here comes your pole sitter for this evening's race. And Colton Gardner looked good in practice. I think he qualified P6, so not a bad qualifying effort from the 40 car. Henry's going to be, I think, a car to watch tonight. You know, I know he didn't look super great in practice and qualifying, but with having such high, I rating, Wesley, that's going to really benefit him. And I rating isn't everything, right? It is just a number at the end of the day, and every race is different. But I would expect that 25 Chevrolet to charge through the race a bit, go through the field a bit more towards the latter half of this race.
iRating definitely ain't everything, but it does show their knowledge of the game and how all to run the cars. So it can definitely play a factor, but like you said, it doesn't mean everything. At the end of the day, it is just a number, and the race can go any way.
Races can change on a dime, and that is so very true as we're seeing these cars make some final laps, final tweaks to maybe their adjustments of the race cars. Wesley trying to see what they have for tonight's race. See if maybe they can adjust any last minute adjustments here at Phoenix.
A little bit of a small happy hour, how we saw back in the old days of NASCAR. Just some post qualifying practice, get that last little quick fix in for the tune, whether you're lowering or raising the wedge, maybe some tire pressures, just to get the car knocked in just right. But
the only thing though, Wesley, I'm seeing that is kind of concerning me is Timothy Latham has continued to improve that car. It was kind of stuck at 27.1, and now it's down to a almost 26.8. It's just off that. That car continues to get better. That is worrisome for the rest of the field.
You know, I would say so as well, but we don't know if some people might have been sandbagging. They might have been saving something to show into the race.
As we see,
practice and qualify.
I think Kyle, he's already won. I mean, he's already up there in victory lane, doing burnouts up here.
You know what? I think he's just having fun.
He's having fun, all right, and I think he wants to do that. And after the race as well, after capturing a checkered flag, his warm-up's about to finish up here. But you're right. And at the end of the day, this is all just for fun. At the end of the day, it's fun to go out here on an evening night, Monday evening, and race with some friends and have some friendly hard competition.
Oh, I completely agree with there. There might be some tempers flare throughout the day, but at the end of it, they're all friends. They all race each other on a weekly basis. There's got to be there's going to be camaraderie, and everybody's just here to have some fun and just have a relaxing day or a relaxing night after a long day.
Yeah, long days are common as we wrap up, warm up. 150 laps here tonight, and Timothy Latham, is your pole sitter. Justin Boyle's on the outside, and let's let Wesley here take it away for a few rows and show our grid.
You have Pat Harvey lining up third, just on the inside of the second row. Right beside him in fourth will be Kyle Westwood. Sitting in fifth, you got PJ Henry, and in sixth, just to his outside, is Chad Kibble.
I think Kibby.
Or Kibby.
Kib or Kibby. I'm not
sure.
I'm not sure either. It's a Kib something, right? It's
yeah.
I mean, after Chad, you got Colton Gardner. That 40 car looked really good in practice. JP Jones in the 21 Ford Mustang.
You've got Jordan Sailors sitting there in ninth. Sailors sitting in ninth. To his outside, Dave Hughes Jr. Then in 11th place, you've got Alphin, and then Staples to his outside.
You got Tyler Thurmond here in the number 113th position here. Shane Glore. David Schulter in the 15th position. Christopher Fuge in 16th. Ben Stevens. Connor Henry. Connor Fuge. And Art Nictera. Rounding out our grid as pace car is going to pull off here, Wesley. We're going to get these cats rolling, and we're going to see the green flag.
Oh, this is going to be an exciting race. I can already tell just by how practice and qualifying looked.
These cars looked on edge, either tight, loose, and all sorts of issues in terms of handling. As we're going to see the green flag fly as they get to the Geico restart zone. Green flag in the air. A good launch for the 67. Almost makes contact into one.
Inside definitely took the jump there. The outside not quite as ready from what it seemed.
And you're going to have to watch that all night if that is a precedent, as the 67 almost clear off of two.
Still holding side by side. Several cars jumbled together throughout the back of the pack.
Back half the pack.
Definitely a big
three
split.
wide. This is the kind of moments where the give and take. Lap one, now lap two of the race. You got to wonder, is now the time to push these race cars to the limit?
I would definitely wait on that personally and just kind of ease into the run. Once you get later and cars are a little bit maybe more single filed, then you can take your chances.
Way out of shape. Sorry to cut you off there, but man, that 72 was slideways off of corner number two.
Definitely wasn't. It looked like there was also a little bit of contact by another car into the wall there off of two.
Like
They're already pushing these from what it seems.
Yeah, when you push these cars so hard early in the run, you're going to really pay for it later in the run. But, I mean, this is the best time to get spots, though. I mean, yes, when the longer run comes, it's easy to pick guys off one-on-one, but when they're all bunched up, you can get 2-3 spots, and you don't have to worry about that later.
No, you don't. Restarts definitely you can capitalize on passing, but it can also come with the highest risk.
It's that
as well
risk
as getting involved.
wrestling. I mean, that is the strategy and the gamble that these guys face every week, right? And it's when do I push this car? When do I attack? And right now, these guys middle of the pack, I think are, oh my God, there's another wiggle further back.
They are definitely pushing these things. They are going all risk, even if the reward might be minimal. It's definitely going to be interesting.
I think Brian Alfin there was just so loose off of corner number 2 as they're just all over the place down this front stretch.
That dog leg definitely takes its own play because as you see, they're going 3 wide down it. Some people almost to the wall, some more towards the middle, and some not even running it.
I mean, you've got to think maybe that is a bit harder on your tires, cranking the wheel all the way to the left and putting it on that dirty asphalt. And, maybe it's a bit of a tire wear issue. I'm not sure, though. I mean, you don't see the leaders really running that up here in the 18 car. Look how calm it is up here.
No, it's very calm. We're up to the front. They definitely got it single file. They're just ready to lock in and just run their race, not having to worry about position too much. I mean, but just as I say that, there is a pass going on, and it looks like it might be a good switchback for the 45.
Yeah. Chad Kibbe back to the inside in the 45 Toyota Camry. The 88 thought he had it all sealed up, and not quite.
Went through 1 and 2 here. That's what we were talking about during qualifying there with the top line in 1 and 2. Definitely might give you some advantage running high and getting that momentum off the corner.
Yet again, off of corner number 2. That seems to be the trouble spot for getting loose. JP Jones was out of shape in the 21. He's down 5 spots from where he started. Not going forward right now is the 21. But the question here, Wesley, is maybe he's saving tire, right? Everyone else could just be going absolutely, as they are, kind of going insane right now. But he could be the smarter one at the moment and just kind of saving tire. But, a lap ago, he almost spun out. So I don't know if he is saving tire.
It's definitely hard to tell because sometimes even trying to play it safe can put you into trouble. But losing spots, I don't know whether that's over driving the car or not driving it enough and being a little bit too conservative.
And let's talk about the guy who has made his way up the furthest right here, and that is Jordan Sailors. Started 9th, up to 5th, up 4 spots, the highest mover so far tonight. And that 88 Dale Jr. car is looking good, and it is speedy right now.
Yeah, he's definitely looking to get a move on. He's already went past the 45 as we saw a couple laps ago, and he looks like he's able to run that top line out of 2 and get a good amount of momentum down this backstretch to go into 3.
We talk about that 45 car. He is starting to fade now. He was 5th a few laps ago. Now he just got passed by Henry in the 25 for 6th. And now he's back to 7th. We'll see if that's kind of where he stabilizes with the 45 of Chad Kibbe. So I'm going to slide back a little bit here.
Yeah, and up front it looks like Latham is just he's in his own world a little bit. He's got no danger from behind, just kind of taking it nice and gentle here.
I mean, there's no reason to push the car right now as Pat Harvey's just kind of running his own race in P2. Still having a great run. Ever since he got up to P2, that cleaner air right, instead of being in 3rd and moving your way past Justin Boyles on lap 1 could be huge for the 67 throughout this run.
It definitely could be. The more single file you get out, the less you have to worry about the air coming across your nose and upsetting your car, and you can also run the car a little easier. So it definitely can play effect having that clean air.
Yeah, when Timothy's out here almost a second gap, it's hard to get dirty air, right? So he's basically got almost leader clean air. And Kyle Westwood, you talk about that 11 car who was in victory lane during warm-up doing some burnouts, but man, he looks really good right now. He's starting to reel in the 23.
He does look like he's running a pretty good tempo here. Definitely kind of just taking it easy, but also pushing car just a little bit. Not so much that he's overdriving. has that fast speed to him that's just minuscule over probably third there and Boyles.
And I saw the 23 entering turn 3 there. If you saw it, Wesley, he was really loose entering the corner, and the 23 seems to be like entrance of the corner, and exit of 2 is where he's losing time this 11. And as I say that, there goes the 23 down the back stretch, starting to put a gap on him, but right there, he looks just really out of shape, the 23 does, in my opinion, entering turn 3.
Definitely looks a little bit out of shape. He washes up just ever so slightly, whereas Westwood is able to kind of keep it more towards that yellow line throughout the corner in 3 and 4.
Talk about gap kind of stabilizing right here. About this 9/10 second marker is where Harvey's kind of just stopped the bleeding from Latham, which isn't a bad gap either, Wesley. It's a stagnant, good gap, but you have to wonder, like you said earlier in the night, is that car's weakness the long run?
I mean, it's definitely depending on how the driver's like. You can either go short run thinking that there might be a lot of cautions, or you might be able to get enough gap to where your car on the long run can fall back and be just fine. Or you set it up for the long run and just wait for everybody else to wear their stuff down.
It's also a question of when we reach lap traffic. If it stays green here, they're already 12 seconds off the race lead. So there's the last place car as the 21, and there's the leaders entering 1. Already half a lap down to the race leader, Timothy Latham. And that's going to be the biggest point for this leader. If he wants to win this race, lap traffic is key and vital tonight on getting through it quickly and safely and efficiently.
It's definitely going to play a part. Lap traffic is always tricky to contend with because you don't know exactly what they're going to do unless you're on the mic having communication here. They could be on your line to which you might have to switch it up and your car's not ready for that. As we see a move here going for 5th place.
Talked about that 25 car, PB Henry. I told you, man, oh my Lord, that was hard contact in the back there from the 45, but as we're talking about this 25 car, he has that eye rating, and look at him, he is managing this race well. He made a little contact to the back bumper of the 88 right there.
He's definitely looking hungry here. He's put in that 88 little by little every lap. Now he's right on the bumper.
He's gotten this pace advantage, and it looks like he is probably the second quickest car on the racetrack right now. And he wants to get through this traffic. He wants to go challenge Timothy Latham for the race lead. And the rest of the leaders in this 88 and 11 seem to be falling back at this portion of the run.
11 definitely is starting to fall back. I mean, just a little while ago, he was right on the bumper of Boyles there, and now he's definitely falling back into this battle with Sailors and Henry.
Now
Henry seems like the best car here.
And there's Boyles too, looking inside of Pat Harvey, starting to reel him in. So, interesting discussion here is that maybe Boyles was just saving his stuff as here comes PB Henry to the inside of the 88 here. Do we see maybe a slider?
Not quite clear enough throughout the middle of the corner there. 88 might try for the momentum game, but Boyles there definitely taking the shortest route.
Let's see here if the 25 can clear him off of corner number 2. Not quite. The 88 is really fighting hard for 5th here. Ooh, almost contact entering 3, and that should be P5 for the 25. Now he has to go catch and pass that 11 Toyota Camry. Right ahead of
but don't look too fast. The 88 had a good exit here. He's going to be on the outside and possibly challenge that right back.
And I think the 11 is really backing up right now. He is struggling. Ooh, that is tight off of corner number 2. Ooh, that's so tight. Contact.
Definitely a good fight here up in the top 5.
4th, 5th, and 6th. All 3 abreast almost. They are going at it.
Honestly, I think these boys might just be saying, hey, you're slowing me down. Get out of the way.
It might be time maybe to use that bumper. I mean, he hasn't gotten to the 11 yet. He's looking at the 88. Back to the inside for the power off for the 25 is where it's at. Now, where
25 just seems to have excellent drive off.
He does. He has a really good driver. Look at that mid-corner speed. He gets right to the back bumper of the 11, even in the dirty air. He's going to make that 11 car upset mid-corner if he gets to that left rear.
Into 3, he takes the outside.
Look at this momentum here, Wesley. This is going to be a big crossover off of 2. Great momentum. He's going to use a little side draft. Not really, actually. He's going to, yeah, the 11's just going to give it in there. He knows that 25 has the pace advantage. No reason to fight him here right now.
No, definitely not, especially when you know he's a lot faster than you. Just sit behind him, figure out what he's doing, see if you can copy it, and just go along with him.
I think another layer to the puzzle there is Jordan Sailors, I think, will have a harder time getting by the 11 than the 25 did. So,
most definitely. Sailor seems like he wasn't quite the same speed as the 25 there, but and quite almost matching with the 11. The 25.
Oh, we see Boyles around front straightaway. Second place, or third place, excuse me. Around. I don't see any damage to the front of that race car. But what just happened? Caution is out in the Spartan Sim Racing League. Let's take a look back at what happened here. Right by the 67. Do we see some contact, maybe? Oh, we hit that apron, Wesley, and that is a lazy spin.
Just unsettled the car. I mean, good news, he did not make contact with the wall or any other cars. They all managed to dodge them, so the car is pretty much fine. Just the rubber might be burned up a little bit.
Definitely gonna have to make a pit stop. Let's take one more look at it. Let's go to a good cockpit view and what the driver is seeing here as he enters turns 3. Gets a little clean air running the corner, and then he's looking for a big drive off, and yeah, you can just see it steps out. We talked about it earlier in the race. In turns 3 and 4, this 23 car looked really loose, and it finally has caught the 23 of Justin Boyles.
Maybe just pushing the car a little bit too much, getting too greedy. Car definitely was a little bit unsettled going into the corner there. He just turned it in a little bit too sharp.
As we see pit stops, and we see some drivers stay out, some drivers pit. The race leader, Timothy Latham, has come down pit road. We see 7 cars stay out on the racetrack. This restart is going to be interesting right now, Wesley. I tell you what, this is going to be chaos.
It's definitely going to be interesting, chaotic, maybe not. We're yet to see. As we saw on the race start, you definitely wanted that inside line. The outside line just quite did not go. I didn't know whether that's the cars didn't have grip or they just weren't expecting it. But the mixed strategy here, some cars not going in and staying out, and then the leaders, the 18 of Latham pitting, definitely is going to throw a little bit of a wrench into the plan there.
And this is timed in a race car as the dominant car. I mean, he stretched that lead almost to 2 seconds during that green flag run. This is time as the race leader, as the best car. Do not hurt yourself. If you lose track position to the 67 or 11 on this restart, don't panic. You have the best car tonight. Just don't tear up your stuff trying to get past the slower cars.
No, I definitely wouldn't try to push it too hard here. You have the fastest car. You know you can get around these guys, especially when they're on old used tires and you're on brand new ones. You're going to have the speed advantage. Just be patient and pick your moves precisely.
Exactly, and we talked about this 25 car having good pace. Well, he's the race leader now. The first car to lead laps, that wasn't the 18 car. And that pace car is going to pull off here. A long stretch to the restart zone all the way in 3 and 4.
This is where they're going to start having mind games about whether or not they're going to go early, go late into the zone. When is that leader going to go? Are you going to be able to stick with them?
Without a doubt, and here we are. We're approaching that restart zone. Henry, Kibbe, Thurman, Clore, green flag, back out in the air.
25 definitely got that jump. The 45 did not look like he was expecting him to go when he did, but is able to manage, still holding on to P2 right now out on the outside.
Here comes those fresh tires inside. Already picks off 2 race cars. And the 11 has gotten by the 67. Is this a gaggle of cars? We see contact with Sailor back there.
Definitely those slower, the slower cars that did not pit, definitely throwing a little bit of a spoil. They're going to have to pick and choose here. Be smart, be precise, know your move, and make it stick.
11 car trying to follow and stay with the 18. He splits it 3 wide middle. That's going to be tied off of corner number 2. He'll have momentum here on the 18. Does he push the issue? He does not. Probably the wise decision.
The smart decision there is stay behind him, just follow him through, make it a 2-horse race up at the front.
And that's another thing right here. You don't want to burn your stuff up on this little restart trying to get through the traffic. You want to keep those tires happy. There's a 24. Staples is up into the fence a little bit there. And they're all stacked up off of corner. They're 4 wide off of, and we see contact. Sailors further back wrecking. And Sailor's night is over. The 88 car, top 5 car all night, and he slams the outside wall.
Definitely gonna be a little bit screwing us there.
Oh my. Caution is out again for the second time tonight.
We knew 1 and 2 might have been a trouble spot. There's so many lanes they can choose from there, whether you're going to keep it just pinned on the inside against the yellow, maybe run inside it or run wide. There is definitely the possibility of some damage and wrecks coming off of 2.
So let's watch it here. I mean, you could see it there. Once I saw 4 wide, I knew it was all going to be bad. Let's get a chopper view of this here. Oh, yeah, right here. We're going to watch it here. The 24 of Staples on the outside, the 9 there of Connor Henry. The 67 there. Oh, little side swipe. Contact from the 9 and hard in the inside wall. The 9 gets a little bit of net code, but the worst damage seems to be to the 88 car. Or Jordan Sailors,
yeah,
that's
the
a
88
shame.
unfortunately they were just unfortunately a passenger there. The 9 checked up mid corner and kind of slowed down, which brought up 4 wide. And then, like you said, the 67, a little bit of a side swipe as well.
Yeah, just not knowing we're 4 wide right here in contact. And the 9 car will have pretty significant damage as well. The 88 of Jordan Sailors is done for the day with the first contact, and he's definitely done for the day with the second contact.
Unfortunately, he had a really good car. I mean, he fell back a little bit, but he was managing to stabilize it just before that first caution came out. Definitely contender for the top 5. Maybe even could have pushed the issue for the win.
That is definitely a shame as we see him. This is after, a little after he continues to pound the outside wall. Whoa. Must be contact. I think that was with the 9. And that's that. We were talking about that, Wesley. We cannot tear up our stuff under these conditions when we have slower cars. We just have to be patient, and taking it 4 wide there is, well, it's not patient, right? And that's where, you know, unlucky things like that can happen, where little hip checks that if we're not 4 wide wouldn't be a big deal, but, you know, one too many cars in the exit of 2.
Yeah, maybe just a 1 too many. I mean, it's possible to run 4 wide there, but you got to give each other plenty of room, and then going into 3, it just will not work. One guy had to back out, and it was just wrong place, wrong time for the 8. He was a passenger once there was all that contact.
Yeah, I mean, you got 2 old tire guys in that mix, and you have 2 fresh tire guys. Everyone's wanting to not lose track position or gain track position. Everyone's just so hungry for that all-important track position. But here you go. This could be an opportunity for Latham to get behind on the track position. Kyle Westwood is on the inside lane here. Could he jump the 18 on the restart?
Possible. It very much depends when this 25 and the 45 go.
Green flag, and there is a lot of stacking up on the outside and inside lanes. They both decided to launch at odd times. That's going to open up the door for the 11 on the inside.
11 ducking down below the apron there on the restart. Not exactly sure the rules there, but honestly, it was a pretty even start. They looked like they both spun their tires, and they got the cars in the second row into the back of them.
And here comes the 11 to the inside of the 18. They're going to go 3 wide off of corner number 4. And there's the contact. The 18 makes contact with the 11. I don't know how.
No contact there, but they kept it straight. That is amazing racing right there.
And here comes Colton Gardner. Oh, and there's a little bit of retaliation. Caution is out. The 67 involved. Third caution of the night.
All very quick in succession as well. That might have just been a little bit uncalled for. It was definitely a risky maneuver that the 11 had that initiated this, I feel like.
I mean, it's hard to tell. We're just gonna, let's look at this the initial contact that causes our yellow here. We're looking at the wrong car. There's too many cars here. Here we are. Yeah, there's not a lane there. And just gives him a little boop. Sends him a little... He's just doing a little Tokyo drift in front of traffic. No biggie. The 18 does make a good amount of contact. And these Arca cars are really sensitive. And the 67s is like, don't hit me, don't hit me. And he gets hit with some net code there. Unfortunately for him.
Yeah, 67 unlucky there. The 18 dove it in where there was not a lane. If there was, he could have gone below the yellow there. But again, I'm not exactly sure on the ruling there. But definitely a little bit too advantageous of a move there for what was shown to be space.
We would have to go back and look. I would think what would really behoove us is going back and look at that contact in 3 and 4 to see really, was it warranted here where there were 3 wide off of corner number 4. You know, there's space outside and there's a lot of space inside. There's a lot of give and take right here from these guys. Oh,
yeah, the 11 washing up like it's a normal corner. Honestly, could have kept it pinned down a little bit more.
Oh, yeah,
I think the 18 expected that and held his line.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% understand the frustration there from the 18, but at the end of the day, I don't think there's any damage from that.
No, they both managed to keep it straight, and then coming here into 1 and 2 just sends it up into a space where there's really not much room.
Gases are up mid-corner into the back of the number 11, and that's in front of traffic. That's what I don't care for. I mean, if it wasn't an accident, right? It's in front of traffic and took out the 67 as well. And Pat Harvey's
really
bystander.
Really unfortunate for the 67 getting caught up in this little kerfuffle.
We're back to after when we had a really nice green flag run, and then all these cautions, man. These cautions just taking away the green flag action, but this is really shaking up the running order. Colton Gardner, who was really good in practice and qualifying, is now ahead of the 18 car on fresh tires. The top 3 guys who are on old tires are still up here, even with 3 restarts. They've just done a really good job executing restarts and not letting guys pass them. The 18 of Timothy Latham doesn't look like he has damage. We'll just have to see here as we're going to get back green here. PB Henry, Shane Clore, Chad Tibby, Colton Gardner into the restart zone. And green flags back out.
Henry's definitely figured out that start zone. He's not hitting the same exact acceleration point every time and just keeping them on their toes. That's why he's getting such a good restart.
23 up into the fence there. The 22. Whoa, the 23 way in the fence, losing a bunch of spots.
There's several cars into the wall off and hitting the wall off of 2, but they're keeping it straight. Is going to keep going.
Everyone wants to pancake the outside wall as they're all over the place down the front stretch. And these old tires are just really hanging on.
They're definitely not falling off like I would have expected. They're able to hang on for quite a bit, but I mean, fresh tires still going to be better than them, at least for a little bit longer.
Without a doubt, the fresh tires have an advantage, but Colton Gardner and Timothy Latham really, Gardner had a pretty good run off 4 there and almost spun the 18. I don't think the 18 thought he was there, but these tires are just stagnant, 4th and 5th.
They really are. I mean, those 3 up in the lead on the older tires, they find a way to manage them pretty well, I would say, and keep them just within running condition to where they can hold back those new tires.
Look at Dave Fuge Jr. Up 4 spots from where he qualified in the 10th position. He's looking really sporty right here.
He looked for the move, didn't quite see it, backed out. He's going to see if he can get this run here off the 2.
They're going to look almost 3 wide. Never mind, the momentum doesn't hold up for the 22. And the 18 is going to get pushed by the 40. As they're all trying to get by that Hot Wheels 72. Who is, oh, he's almost into the fence.
Meanwhile, Henry and Kibbe up front kind of ran away, but they're being reeled back in.
Yeah, these fresh tires are not going to let them run away any longer. The 72 just did a great job as we see a big sweeping move from the 23 to the inside of the 72. Doesn't carry the momentum into the corner though.
Nah, he might have honestly gotten loose with that big swing there, unsettled the car just a bit to lose that momentum. But he'll probably gain it back here just soon enough and get back that 70 and get past that 72 and keep up with the others on new tires.
Ooh, that's tight off of corner number 2. 42 car was as close as the wall as he could be, and everyone else was running out of real estate real fast. They all keep it straight and off each other though. As here we go, Timothy Latham looking inside of Kibbe.
Bailing into 3, he clears it and slides up.
Really nice, clean pass from the 18 car. Minimal tire usage. Let's see if the 40 car can do something similar of Colton Gardner. He's going to get kind of aero blocked right here, entering 3.
Not going to do it through 3 and 4. Set him up into 1 and 2 possibly here.
A little blinky blink action as well. Here comes Colton Gardner. Yeah, that's right here. This is going to be a nice run off of corner number 2. He's going to do the switchback. And there he goes inside. Here comes the 40. Colton Gardner. Can he carry that momentum though, Wesley, on the inside?
Looks like it. I think he might have just snuck it in there and definitely taken that dogleg shortcut.
That's
It's going to be all into 1 here, and he's good.
Now, PB Henry, this, if you want to hurt the 18 of Timothy Latham, fight your heart out. You have much older tires, and you can just burn up these fresh tires from the 18 right here. But you have to put that car in the worst spot.
Definitely holding up the 18 here might help him in the long game. Get him to burn his tires up, aero block him the best you can, but at the same time, don't risk yourself. Do not make it to where you could get spun out or put into the wall.
You don't want to be the guy like the 11, or the 11, yeah, who got spun around in 1 and 2, is the 11 of Westwood. Already back up to P11. So the damage wasn't bad at all. He's just probably angry driving back up near the top 10.
Yeah, Westwood's definitely going to be flying. He's going to be seeing red a little bit on with the 18 car there.
We'll just have to see
but
if they get
sometimes
back
that's
together.
actually to benefit.
It's to benefit, and then it's not to benefit, because you're, oh, as you see that hands there of Henry, if you saw that in the car, they were all over the place in the middle of the corner. Just, whoa!
Oh, there goes the 23.
Boyles is just scaring me down the backstretch every time, as we have hit our 1/3 mark of the race. It's under 100 laps to go here at Phoenix.
Honestly, the exit of 2 looks like it's been the most adventurous part of the track for sure. Cars getting loose, cars getting tight up into the wall. 4 wide on exit, 3 wide on exit. It's where a lot of action is taking place as the 18 goes up the inside of the 25.
Now how hard does Henry fight this spot? Colton Gardner back here is hoping they fight like hell. And here comes Henry back on the outside. Momentum's going to keep up here. He's clear down the backstretch. And Colton Gardner continuing to just eke into this race leaders as he got to the apron a little bit there. And he got a really good 3 and 4.
A little bit of the apron won't kill your car, but getting too much, you'll do exactly what the 23 did earlier and loop it.
Whoa, the 18 really loose under braking there, really trying to get this race lead away.
Come off, straighten out the exit of the corner, try to get that better run, even though the 25 had the high lane and the momentum. Sometimes just straightening out corner exit can be a lot better.
And PB Henry, man, he is doing an excellent job holding on with the older tires. And here comes Timothy Latham, though, to the inside. Does the momentum keep up for the 25?
Way up the racetrack.
Look at that. He's still going to carry momentum off of corner number 2. And Colton Gardner.
This is honestly turning out to be a great battle for the lead. It's definitely bringing the 40 in.
I think that 40 car might just be saving some tire right now. That would be the perfect time to save some tire while these two are just battling it out for that clean air. Just save your stuff right now. This 18, they are all the way towards the wall in 1 and 2. And great momentum off of too. We see the 40, the 60, or excuse me, the 45 back here into the fence again. He's stagnant on the old tires here in fourth, so really good job to get some track position here.
Those new tires might have just worn themselves out a little bit, just enough to kind of equalize with those older tires. Like I said earlier, as long as they could manage to hold on just a little bit, it will kind of equal out and they'd be around the same speed.
Talk about someone who's coming through the field. Ben Stevens qualified 17th up to 7th. Really good run right now for the 78 car.
Very good run. You always want to be going forward. And I mean, up 10 spots here, pretty good group. Also a little bit spread out, but always good to be going forward. As you see the 11 going on to 72 once again.
Yep, here comes Kyle Westwood to the inside, clear up to P9. The drive back to the front as the 42 gets into the outside fence is going good. And man, he's going to be here before this race is said and done.
He's definitely going to get back to that 18, I believe, but it just depends on how long it takes him and how aggressive he wants to drive that car. Is he going to kill his tires too much?
And what is he going to do when he gets back to this 18? Is he going to race him clean? Is he going to race him hard? Or is he just going to give him the bump and run for the race win?
Definitely something to be thinking about way further down the line, as we still got 90 laps to go here.
You want to owe someone something later in the race, not early. The 18 owed the 11 something. I mean, that was contact that was avoidable from Westwood. And the 18, you know, he paid him back and won it too, which is all fair in game. I have no problem with that, but you probably wanted to do that later in the race instead of so early, because now this 11 has this whole race to fester back there in traffic.
Most definitely, most definitely. And the 18 still not around the 25 here. 25 doing an excellent job out front managing that track position.
And we've seen a chink in the armor. PB Henry and clean air is the issue for the 18. He cannot get by him. And I don't think he's got the car to get by the 25 anymore.
Not anymore, and I think the 25 is driving looking through his mirror more than he is the windshield.
I would 100% agree with that. As look at the 18 charge it off into corner number 3, but he slides up off exit.
Going into the dog leg, both cut it. 25 blocking the 18, then into one here. They look high both times. 25 a little bit lower.
Some great battling though. Some really good fighting for the race lead, as there's a great run off of corner 2 for the 18 of Latham. It seems like 3 and 4 is really bad arrow wise, because the